Welcome, and let's talk about the Florida standards. So, as always with this document, we always want to highlight some of Rex's features and some of the things that we do that really separate us from a lot of our competitors. Florida is a little unique. This recording is as of October 31st. Today is Halloween 2021. So Florida does not have the most deepest standards written, and while they do have some, they don't have just a lot of courses that kind of come out of it. So let's just talk about some of the main things that we really need to know when it comes to Florida standards. Let's take a look at the main requirements. Until most recently, Florida's computer science curriculum has been relatively weak. Governor Ron DeSantis in 2019 passed a law that would provide some major funding. So they are making updates to their CT and STEM educations as we speak. So let's take a look at a few things. So this is actually quite common across most states. Florida, like many states, will allow computer science courses to count as math credit. It's not all of their math that can be counted, but just one or two credits typically. Regardless, taking computer science is not a core requirement for any institution of higher learning. So they don't need to take it for graduation or for getting into a university. So that's the main thing you need to know. Okay, so Florida currently does mandate secondary schools to offer computer science as a course. So all high school courses are required to offer at least one. Here's the thing. Students can access via the Florida Virtual School if a district is unable to provide access. The Florida Virtual School is simply a cloud platform where students can simply log in and take courses online. Apparently, it's offered across elementary, middle, and high school, so that if say a particular district or a school does not have the teacher or resources to offer computer science, then computer science students can actually come here and take their computer science course entirely online if they so wish. So next unique thing, the Florida does have computer science standards written clearly, but they don't necessarily have a statewide plan for how to implement everything. So what that means is they don't have a long-term plan of specific goals that the state wants to achieve, how to carry them out, timetables, funding, and of course the impact that those plans have on student preparedness in the workforce, meaning there's no long-term plan to say, hey, these group of students graduating 10 years from now, what are the skills that they should have in computer science and technology before they leave our school. So there's no such thing in place. And right now, Florida is facing a severe computer science shortage. This is according to Florida Department of Education. Apparently, Florida universities in 2016 did not graduate a single new computer science teacher. So it's just not a field that computer science graduates are going into. Now let's go through the rest of the document. So here's a little fun fact. Despite the fact that there's a lot of IT jobs in Florida, less than 1% of the undergraduate enrolled in Florida's university earned degrees in that major. So we are not having enough people enroll in that particular degree. State of Florida offers following, so a lot of them are CT courses, but cybersecurity and then of course the two APCS principles are not, but here are the major courses that they offer. If you're in sales, this is the course you probably want to focus in on. This will be the course that's primarily offered. This is a reference to what I just said. The state leaders, they invested in $10 million to training more computer science teachers. The hope is to get more students in computer science classes in high school so that they stick with the subject once they go to college. Here are the courses in high school that we can offer in Rex Academy. So again, this is the one that's missing. Remember, not everything on this list necessarily makes it onto the courses that we offer. This is a course that deals with hardware, and generally speaking, we are staying away from courses that deal in hardware. But everything else is kind of self-explanatory. Just look at that course list. Middle and elementary school is very similar to the most of the courses that we offer for other states. And the reason is because it seems like most states, they align with CSTA and ISTE standards. Those standards are very common. They're all over the United States classes. So as long as they align to those, there's not much here for us to change. And of course, the pathways are always constructed as usual. Pay attention to them as you always will. And these are the three courses, I'm sorry, certifications that we can offer. You'll notice cybersecurity is not here, and the reason is because Florida's standards currently calls for just one level of cybersecurity. There's no standard for second level, and I also did not see any kind of course that specifically says that they can take like a directed study type of class where, hey, you just do whatever you want in this particular course under the guise of a teacher. You select a research problem and that's what you do for the whole year. So I didn't see anything like that either. So therefore, cybersecurity level 2 currently is not on the list, and because of that, the CompTIA certification of Security Plus does not make it onto this list. Okay, and the rest is common for all other websites, for all of our state sites, so be sure to you mention these as well. Okay, that's it for Florida. Hopefully that was informative.